2,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts turned to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs, with liquor swords. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. It's the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half step, I see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's up, so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. So you get money, quiet storm, have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, to the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome synonymous.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Love. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there in the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Love. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
They run again with Ajayi. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tyson.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a first down throw. Luck. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off of play action. Luck. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, it's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
The first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Philadelphia getting sent to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Wentz now on first down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's got Rodgers. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
We're rolling.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in...
Rolling, let's go. Reggie.
That was second down run for Murray. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Murray now. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a hit and lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
82.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now it's Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hang in there now. Let's go. Mike.
They run with Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else, because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Luck. Forced out to his left. powers through. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, he slipped right by him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Wentz going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Wentz, flushed out right, and fights him off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Let's go. Great. Lefty. Lion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That one goes for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Paul Warlow in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one taken from the 7. Able to power through. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Clayton Gathers makes the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Completes it to Ajayi. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Let's go, Greg. Hey, ram.
This is Ajayi. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Right back to him on first down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Darkwan. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Orleans Darkwan, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big run that time by Murray. 43 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Locke. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeMarco Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense on balance.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference as we know.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Tenth carry of the game now. Murray. DeMarco Murray. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeMarco Murray. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On the ball.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Wentz. Aguilar has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They go with Murray again. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Kane. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Luck on first down. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Eagles on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Now a first down throw. Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kane. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Go. Strong right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
One last throw here for Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run it with Mack. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or a score world. These points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish.